everyone, it's me Frances seeing Piga from BDLED HE3, and I'm here to present my laboratory number 5 in the subject of clothing construction, which is drafting front and back bodies. But before that, let me state first the objectives. So at the end of this video, we should be able to identify the different tools and materials in pattern making, value the importance of pattern drafting, and of course, demonstrate the front and back bodies pattern. So without further ado, let's start! Okay, these are the tools needed. Here we have markers, tape measure, ruler, French curve, and pattern paper for the material. First thing we need to do is fold this manila paper into two. To start these front bodies, draw a perpendicular line and vertical line and mark the corner A. A now is the starting point. From point A to get point B, measure 3 inches downward. So now this is the point B, which is the neck depth. Then point A to point C, the chest height, measure 5 1/2 inches. Then A to D, you need to get 1/2 of the armhole. So let's say the measurement is 16 inches, we divide it into 2 to make it 8 inches. Then for my cloth length, my measurement is 15 inches and mark it letter E. Then project point B, C, D, and E to the right with the straight line using ruler. Next step, to get point F, measure 2 1/2 inches to the right. So that is A to F. And then connect F to B using ruler. Using French curve, you can shape the next line. The position of the French curve is like a letter J. From point A to point G, use 1/2 measurement. So my shoulder measurement is 13 inches. I divide it into 2 and that would be 6 1/2 inches. So that's the point G. From point G to H, measure 1/2 inches downward, then connect it, as well as the point F to H with a diagonal line using ruler. Next step is to locate letter I. So from point C going to the right, use 1/2 inches measurement. So my chest measurement is 11 1/2. I divide it into 2 and that would be 5 3/4. To get point J naman, start from point B to the right, use 1/4 bust measurement. My bust measurement is 31 inches. Here, I divide it into 4. And now this is 7 3/4. Then I add it 1 inches to the right. Next, shape the armhole using French curve from point H to point I going to point J. Next is point K. From E to K, use dart measurement. Dart is 25 inches, divide with 4, and now this is 6 1/4 inches plus 1/2 inches, so this is the point K. Connect now J and K with a diagonal line. Then from A to the right, get the bust height. So my bust height is 8 inches, so measure it downward. To get M naman, start measuring from point E. Use 1/2 bust distance. If this is 7 1/2 inches, divide it into 2, then we have now 3 3/4 inches for the point M. Then from point M to the left, measure 3/4 inches. So that is point N. And for point O, measure M to the right with the same measurement in point N, which is 3/4 inches. Make sure na yung distance ng point E to M at distance ng D to L ay magkalinya. Now, the next thing we need to do is connect L to M, L to N, and L to O using ruler. As you can see, our front bodies is almost done, but we need to finish it by connecting this dart and waistline. All we need to do is fold the dart by folding O going to point N. Then connect E to K with a straight line. It's important to connect it and make sure na it don't have any nudge. Our front bodies is already done. For back bodies naman, from point A, measure downward 1 inch to locate point 1. And then, shape it using French curve from point F going to point 1. Next, to get back shoulder, you need 1/2 from point H to get point 2, then connect it. Then, to get back armhole naman, measure 1/2 inch to the right to get number 3. To get number 4, from point J to the left, measure 1/2 inch. And then point K to the left, measure also 1/2 inch to get point 5, then 4 to 5, draw a diagonal line. To shape back armhole, from 2, pairing point 3 going to point 4, use French curve. Now let's proceed to dark back bodies. To start from point L upward, measure 1 inch, then from letter M to left, to get point 7, measure it 1/2 inch. And then letter M to 8, measure again 1/2 inch. Now connect point 6 to point M, point 6 to point 7, point 6 to point 8 for you to have back dart. To complete these back bodies, our last step is to fold the dart by folding number 8 and 7, and then using ruler, draw a straight line from point 5 to point E to make the waistline straight. Now representing the drafting pattern of front and back bodies. That's all for today's video. I hope that you learned something from me. See you in my next video.